Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about exercise. And if you're anything like me, that already sounds like a terrible video. But I'm going to talk to you about what role exercise has played in my 120-pound weight loss and then maintenance for the last 8 months. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, you should start with the introduction video before you watch this one. So if you had told me March of 2018, when I weighed 263 pounds, that I had to exercise to lose weight, I would never have even started. I had knee surgery in February and for a torn meniscus and was still kind of recovering. In my mind, I had knee problems. I've had back surgery before. I have a lot of back problems. And so being somebody who was overweight and exhausted and kids and full-time job, there was no way. I don't have time to exercise, let alone, it sounds terrible to me. I've never wanted to go run and I don't want to go work out. So if I felt like I had to do that to lose weight, I never would have done it in the first place. And now I'm somebody who works out regularly, and I'll kind of talk about how I got there. I also want to say too, your diet has to be in line first and foremost. And a lot of people say you can't out-train a bad diet. Just to put this in perspective, this morning I did a 1-hour body pump weightlifting high intensity class at my gym. I Googled something for you guys. You can burn on average 560 calories taking that class. I also Googled what's the average calories in a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And that is around 1,400 calories, depending on the flavor. So again, at 263 pounds, you couldn't tell me go work out hard enough to overcome your food addiction and your poor eating habits. So I really just knew in the beginning that I had to get my diet in line. And so I started in March of 2018 and did not do any exercise. I ended up losing around 80 pounds before I even thought about exercise at all. At that point, I didn't want to go pay for a gym membership. I've had a lot of gym memberships in the past, and I've never really gone to the gym before. So I didn't want to spend money on that again. So I still was thinking that my knee was still a problem at that point. This was around, after I lost 80 pounds, but I still knew I had to be careful with my knee. So I just started looking up on YouTube low impact exercises to do in your home and found a lot of really great ideas. I kind of got the kids involved and they would do some exercises with me. And I tried to commit to like 3 days a week, do some exercises, and I would just turn the TV on and do some low impact exercises for beginners around the house. At that point, once I was doing that consistently, I figured, okay, maybe it's time to look at going to the gym, that I won't have to be tripping over the kids at this time. They have childcare at gyms. But I will say, I don't think that's required along the way. Chris Donahue is somebody who's lost a tremendous amount of weight doing a carnivore diet, and his exercise is to do a bunch of squats, but every time he goes to the bathroom, he'll sit there and do air squats and just use body weight exercises at home, which is a lot of what I did to get going. Around my 100-pound weight loss mark, I actually got a gym membership and went to the gym and started working out with a trainer. When you first get a gym membership, they sign you up for that introductory, exercise with the trainer, and then they try to sell you on more sessions. Well, I got sold, and I was happy about it. I really knew nothing about working out and lifting weights and going to the gym. And so having somebody in the beginning, I did it once a week for about 6 months, really just show me basic exercises. Here's how you do, a pull down machine. Here's how you can do a simple ab workout. And I was very specific with her about what I wanted to focus on and what I wanted to learn. And then I would take pictures of the workouts again. And so then in my mind, I was like, I'll just do these on my own after I'm done working with her. The other thing that did is it gave me a reason to go to the gym, and it helped keep me motivated. I'm paying for this. I'm going to show up for that 30 minutes once a week. And then I would find myself there other times during the week. So I kind of needed that push in the beginning. After I got the gym membership, though, I decided, all right, I'm fit. I'm lost 100 pounds. I'm going to go crazy and work out. I started setting my alarm for 3 in the morning, or not 3 in the morning, right? For like super early in the morning. I would leave the house around 4:30. I have to be at work at 6:30. So I would go work out for an hour, be at the gym by 4:30 in the morning, work out for an hour, shower, and get ready for work. And during that time, I thought you have to run on the treadmill. That's what people who are fit do. And so I would go and I would do this crazy elliptical for an hour and then lift weights and do all these intense things that I thought I was supposed to be doing. I had a chest day and a leg day and a back day. If you're somebody who works out a lot and is trying to get super fit, and those are amazing things to do, but from somebody who had zero interest in working out in the first place, not only was it really mentally stressful for me, but it was physically stressful. My body started retaining water. I actually ended up gaining 5 pounds that first week when I went to the gym 5 days every day. I really wasn't giving my body time to rest. And so again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but for me, that was not working and it was not sustainable either. I was really physically exhausted. I wasn't sleeping enough and it wasn't really helping me along the way at all. So that lasted about 2 weeks. And I was still working with the trainer. I would go to the gym on Saturdays, but really I'm not somebody who's very motivated to just show up and do a crazy workout. The workouts that I had to do on my own were things I had found on Pinterest and things that I had learned from the trainer. So I decided to take a class at the gym, which I think is probably one of the most, I thought before I went, was one of the most terrifying things that I could have done. I signed up for the weight class at the gym. It's an hour-long weightlifting class. And I thought, well, this is a way that I can learn how to lift weights and not, I don't know what I'm doing, so they can kind of motivate me and they can give me instructions on how to do all the moves. And so I showed up feeling very self-conscious. I wore long sleeve workout shirts for the first several months and I sat in the back, and thankfully people were so kind and surrounded me and helped me set up all the equipment the first time. And, over the course of the next few months, I started moving my spot closer and closer to the front. And now I'm one of those crazy people who's in the front row wearing a tank top. And, the instructor's telling you to yell, hey, and I'm yelling, hey, and I'm all excited about it. I don't even know who I am anymore. But I go now, I needed that motivation of taking a class. I'm somebody who's very obedient, and if I have class on Saturdays at 9:30, and I will be there and I will do everything the instructor says. But if I just go to the gym on my own and try to put in a really good workout, I'm not somebody who's motivated or enjoys it enough to do that. And so I tend to work on the machines for a while, and then I check Instagram, and then I take a selfie, and then I'm finding a better podcast to listen to. And then at some point I'm like, man, it's been a while. I'm going to go sit in the sauna. And that's my solid workout that I do on my own. So I need the structure of a class, and that works really well for me. So starting around that maintenance mode, right, in January, 120 pounds lost, I started taking a class twice a week. I go now Wednesdays and Saturdays and take this body pump class. It's great because it does a lot of weightlifting and it does do some cardio, but for me, it's not running on a treadmill or an elliptical, which personally I just mentally can't stand. And also I think that it's not necessary for weight loss. If you enjoy that and if you're looking for endurance, then it's something that you can do. But from the things that I've researched and read, I just don't think it's necessary for or as beneficial for fat loss as a lot of people think. I'm happy about going twice a week. I like the routine of it. It's nice because my kids enjoy going. I do and did have that mom guilt for a really long time about going to the gym and taking more time away from my family when I'm already working full time. But in the long run, I think first of all, they have childcare there. The kids really love going and we make a fun routine out of it. But also, taking those few times a week where I can go and have some me time and focus on my health. Not only is it good for me and you need that a little bit, but it also is good for them to show them what that, motivation looks like. So from somebody who could never have imagined a year ago even that I would be here. I think this is one of the important things for me to help with maintaining mentally and physically. It's helped a lot with toning. I think I'll do a video in the future about just loose skin in general, but I do have muscles, but I do have that loose skin that I'm still working on. And so as I'm pushing past this 120 pounds I've been maintaining for 8 months, I can see a big difference in my skin and my body and my strength as I'm continuing to go to the gym on a regular basis. And for me, regular is twice a week, do that class for an hour, and then sit in the sauna afterwards for 30 minutes. And that is, at this point, what I've been doing now for the last 6 months and what's been working for me. So I think it's important just to say that it's not required in the beginning. Getting your eating and your food in line is much more important, but at some point, incorporating movement is a good idea for strength, for toning, and for just energy levels. I don't think it's required to go to the gym, and I don't think it's required to, run every day for miles and worry about steps and the number of miles that you're putting in. I think start with some YouTube videos when you're at home and use that for motivation. And if you're feeling like, you want to go further than that, then I suggest taking a class at the gym to get started and see, what you're comfortable doing. You may find something that you really like. Hope this helps.